Detectives! So we meet again. Now that you've had enough time to review all the suspect statements, the floor plan, and the evidence files, it's time to unmask our killer. But first, let's go to our celebrity panel of Robin Thicke, Jenny McGarth... Oh, wait. That's the Masked Singer. But feel free to chant, "Take it off, take it off." It's something I do at home quite frequently with my husband, Sergeant Girth Lottahorse. Anyway, let's dive into our mystery. To recap, Mr. Victor Price, a wealthy commercial real estate mogul and nationally recognized master of horror, was found murdered just a few days ago. The crime was committed in the conservatory of his soon-to-be haunted house, Spoopy Manor, in New Orleans. Security footage confirms there were only 6 suspects inside the manor at the time of death. Hazel Cauldron, Victor's occultist girlfriend. Frank N. Stein, the financier of Spoopy Manor. Dr. Vladimir Acula, an eccentric physician. Boo Irma Ghost, a British ingenue. Silver Bullet, a social media influencer. And finally, Ben Dages, a grifter. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the skull. So, how do we determine the killer? Well, let's discuss Miss Hazel Cauldron. It seems Miss Cauldron was aware that her boyfriend, Mr. Price, was indeed canoodling behind her back. However, her diary shows she didn't seem to mind all that much. Additionally, Miss Cauldron was confirmed via security footage to have been in the library as she stated, and so was the gargoyle statue she was seen carrying. Without clear motive and opportunity, this witch will not be burned at the stake today. Now, we turn to Mr. Frank N. Stein. Via intercepted email correspondence, we saw that Frank has criminal ties overseas. We also saw a bank statement indicating that Frank had a lot of money tied up in Spoopy Manor. A suspicious fellow, yes. But a murder case would only put the haunted house at further risk of delay. Mr. Stein couldn't afford that. With little motive and no clear tie to a weapon, Frank only appears guilty of having a bad German accent. Next up, Dr. Vladimir Acula. Via the aforementioned email, we learn that Mr. Price knew that the doctor had been performing unsavory experiments on cadavers. There's a possible case to be made for motive here. But opportunity? That gets murkier. By his own admission, Dr. Acula had the candlestick, which was found where he said he'd left it. He was also aware of the vacant seance room, which was validated by Ben Dages. Speaking of Ben, this is where things start to take a turn toward Guilt City. Via a retrieved voice message, we found out that Ben was actually at the manor under false pretenses. Along with his sister, Boo Irma Ghost, Ben plotted to infiltrate the premises and find the lost treasure of Lord Spoopy. We found his map outlining the 2 secret passages of the house. This appears to be how Ben moved between the tomb and the seance room. However, the desire to find a treasure makes one guilty of being a wannabe Goonie, not a killer. There's no obvious motive here. That brings us to Boo, Ben's duplicitous sister. It appears the British actress is actually a southern con artiste. Via the private investigator's file we found, Boo has been working with Ben to unearth the treasure of Lord Spoopy. Boo was also seen wandering the hall near the murder location just before the killing took place. We also know Boo was making whoopee with Mr. Price. Was it a dangerous liaison? Many signs point to Boo. It's almost a slam dunk. Except, we have no evidence that Boo had a direct reason to kill Mr. Price. And then there's the question of the tablecloth and the crystal ball missing from the seance room. And who was originally in the seance room? Who had access to the tablecloth and the crystal ball? Yes, detectives. All signs in this wicked little game ultimately point to none other than Silver Bullet, scorned lover of Boo Irma Ghost. My boys have already brought Mr. Bullet into the station. I'll let him explain the rest.
I guess I'm busted. Yeah, I did it. I killed Victor and framed Boo. You see, a few weeks back, I noticed Boo was acting distant. I mentioned it to Hazel, and she told me she suspected that Boo and Victor were canoodling behind our backs. If that was true, that really wasn't cool. I don't like being lied to. But I had to find out for sure. So I hired a private investigator. One of my online fans is a PI, so I was able to get him to do it in exchange for pictures of my feet. I told you, the virtual world is a wild place. When I got the report from the PI, I couldn't believe what I saw. Not only was Boo cheating on me, but she wasn't even an actress. As an aspiring thespian, I was mad not only that she cheated on me, but that she made a mockery of the acting profession. So, I formed a plan for revenge. I would kill Victor for taking my girl, and then frame my girl for being a snake. On the day of the dress rehearsal, I took the tablecloth and the crystal ball from the seance room. I put the cloth over my head to make myself look like Boo. I made sure that Hazel saw me walk around the hall. Then I made my way to the conservatory, where Victor was rigging a giant fake Venus flytrap up. You know, like in Little Shop of Horrors? It was pretty sweet. I almost didn't kill him because I thought it was so cool. But then he saw me and called me Sweet Buns, thinking I was Boo under the sheet. That was it. I walked right up to him and hit him with the crystal ball. And that was it. He was donezo. I had previously discovered a secret passage, so I slipped through it to the morgue, tossed the cloth and the crystal ball in there, and then slipped back to the conservatory, where I screamed and everyone came running. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed by my performance. I almost got away with the perfect revenge plot, killing that slimeball Victor and framing Boo, the cheating fake actress. But I guess I messed up. On to my next gig. I heard there's a hot market for selling underwear from prison. Let's roll, baby.
There you have it, detectives. Mr. Bullet is safely behind bars. I told you no one can outsmart this sharp mind. I know you're probably wondering what happened to the treasure of Lord Spoopy. And the answer is, we are working on it. Anyway, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for joining us and helping us to solve the murder at Spoopy Manor. Till next time, this is Detective Rhoda Lottahorse, signing out. There. Girth, darling. Girth, go pack your bags. Yes, we've got Lord Spoopy's treasure, and we're going on vacation. First though, can we stop and buy about 100 donuts? Woohoo! Giddy up.